Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the complex world of corporate finance and tell you what it really means for the bottom line. Today we're diving into a filing that signals a pretty interesting shift for a fund that tracks a popular digital asset. Alright, so what we have here is an 8K form, which is a report for companies to announce major events that shareholders should know about. The big news from Grayscale Solana Trust ETF is a name change. They're changing their name to Grayscale Solana Staking ETF. This change is set to happen around the 5th of January of next year. Now, what does this really mean? It suggests a move to highlight a specific function of Solana, which is staking. Staking is basically how you can earn rewards by holding onto certain digital currencies. So think of it less as just owning a digital asset and more about actively participating in its network and potentially earning from it. This is a pretty significant pivot in how they want to present themselves to investors. It is important to note that the actual trading symbol GSOL is expected to remain the same on the NICE Arca exchange. Also, if you have any physical stock certificates, you don't need to worry, they're still valid and don't need to be exchanged. This name change is more about marketing and how the fund wants to be perceived in the market. There is also a checkbox here indicating that this is indeed an emerging growth company. This status gives them certain regulatory flexibilities, especially around financial reporting standards. They've elected not to use the extended transition period, which means they'll be adopting new or revised financial accounting standards at the same pace as larger. More established companies, this could mean more upfront work, but also provides more current financial information for investors. The formal announcement about this name change was made on the 23rd of December 2025. The sponsor behind this trust, Grayscale Investment Sponsors LLC, is making this change official by amending the trust agreement. This isn't a surprise move if you've been following the crypto ETF space. Many funds are looking to capture specific investment theses, and highlighting staking rewards is a logical next step for a fund focused on Solana. We don't have extensive financial tables in this particular filing, as it is primarily an announcement of an event. However, the implications of this name change are worth considering. For investors, it signals a potential shift in the fund's strategy, or at least its marketing focus. It could attract investors specifically interested in earning yield through staking, rather than just broad exposure to Solana's price movements. From a competitive standpoint, this move positions the Grayscale Solana Staking ETF to be more distinct in a growing crypto ETF market. By emphasizing the staking aspect, they're carving out a niche and potentially appealing to a different investor profile than a purely passive Solana ETF. It is a smart play if they believe the staking rewards are a significant draw for investors looking for more than just capital appreciation. Looking at the broader picture, the cryptocurrency market continues to evolve, and investment products are adapting rapidly. ETFs like this are trying to offer traditional investment vehicles for exposure to digital assets, and these kinds of strategic adjustments are key to staying relevant and attracting capital. The success of this name change will ultimately depend on how well the fund can deliver on its promise of staking rewards, and how that appeal resonates with investors in the coming months. So, what is my take on this? This is a clear signal that Grayscale is aiming to differentiate its Solana offering. It is a move that makes sense in a market where investors are increasingly looking for ways to generate income from their digital asset holdings. The risk here is that staking rewards can be volatile and dependent on network conditions, so investors need to do their homework and understand the potential risks involved, not just the potential rewards. The opportunity, however, is that it could attract a new wave of investors to Solana through a familiar ETF structure. It's a calculated step to capture a specific market segment. Alright, that is our breakdown of this Grayscale filing. What is your take on the name change and what it might mean for the Grayscale Solana Staking ETF and for crypto ETFs in general? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.